Hello and welcome back to another F122 video. Today it is WOR Belgium round 3 or 4. So yeah, heading into this race, 23 points behind Alvaro Carreton, who's leading the championship. That's in P2. So we've definitely got some work to do to close up on Carreton. He's driving a really good season so far, and yeah, obviously Belgium being one of my better tracks, we're going to do the best we possibly can to turn this championship around. So yeah, if you're wondering what lap is in the background, I was actually having a lot of stream problems. So in the background is actually my outlap to my final Q3 run. So it sounds a bit weird. But yeah, I don't actually have the footage for the other runs as yeah, I was having a lot of recording and streaming issues, so I couldn't yeah, I just couldn't basically record it and stream. I'm not really sure what the issue was. I've never seen it before, but yeah, this is actually my fastest run anyway, so yeah, gonna take you on a proper lap around Belgium. Heading into this, didn't really practice too much.
Oh, that's a very good first.
So yeah, we're going to do our best.
Yeah,
Belgium being a really good track for me, so still a definite chance for pole. So yeah, heading wide into the bus stop chicane. Gonna set it up well. Third gear on the exit, opening DRS as soon as you get it. Heading into turn 1, you're gonna look for the line on the ground and the 100 meter. Braking just before 100 meters. Getting a nice rotation, good exit. And that was pretty much spot on from us there. Not really too much time to gain on that. Yeah, just on that whole sequence really. Heading up line of least resistance through Eau Rouge and Radion. Heading into second sector, I think it's a 7-0 first. It is all the way on the outside. Cut the inside again. A little bit of oversteer, not perfect. And then cut the inside on that one again. Running it all the way out wide. 7th gear. All the curve on the outside. Get it right up tight. And then accelerate it. More oversteer, so it's not been perfect so far. 5th gear, fling it in. Into no name. Get good traction. Into Puon now up to 8th. Down to 7th. Fling it in. Again, just the car reluctant to go into the corner. So yeah, still a bit of time on this lap so far, but into the fast sweeping corners, holding 5th on the exit, out we go, and then down into 4th, take the inside, and we do that pretty nicely. 13.6 into the last. I've seen green. I wasn't sure if it was good enough for anywhere near pole. You see Shanaka Clay 41.635, and we're on at the moment for about 0.7, so we're going to have to clutch up in this final 2 corners, braking just after 100 meters, using all the track, get the nose in. That is spot on, to be honest. Out of the corner, good traction. Up to line, are we going to get pole? Yes.
Jake
we
got
are.
it. Jake got it.
Oh, let's go actually. You know what? That's good, man. At least it was Jake.
Jake, Cameron,
Oh
Benham.
man.
Pole up, that's good. That's good. That's
Oh, mate,
views.
when does Jake get pole, man?
Never. My stream is
What?
still
No.
dying.
Yeah,
Oh,
your
stream's
stream's
not
not on, mate.
Yeah, I know.
As you hear in the background now, I'm having stream issues, but we are on pole by 4 thousandths to Shanaka Clay, 300ths to Otis Lawrence, and then I'm not really sure who's next, but yeah, that was considering the practice I did, considering the issues I was having with the stream, I was very pleased with that. So yeah, starting pole in this race, Shanaka and Otis right behind us.
Alright, good luck.
But yeah, as we're heading into the race now, it's going to be a hard medium. There is rain forecast at the end,
Oh,
but
I didn't.
as Ika Viana is being really annoying. But 5 red lights, and away we go for the Belgium Grand Prix. This is absolutely perfect for us so far, and we get a really good start. Heading into turn 1, going a bit wide so no one punts us. Exit out, perfect start, and now we're looking pretty set. No one can really slipstream us from 4 attempts back. Boulan Ferrer retired from the session, and we get up to the top of Radion, and we've already got a safety car. um, yeah, that is a theme. There seems to be a lot of safety cars. You see it on the race director, Alvaro Carreton down in P18. So at the moment, if we finish in this position, we are
Yeah, I
going
think
to be taking the
I'm
championship
sure.
lead by 2 points. Um, and Alvaro actually has no front wing, so this is perfect for us right now. VSC ending. You see, we
Oh my god,
really,
this is the weirdest thing
really
I've ever seen in
1/10
my
on the
life.
delta there. We completely messed it up.
I think so.
It went slower than I anticipated, but yeah, not to worry really. We're gonna be pretty fine into the bus stop chicane for the first time. Braking just after 100 meters. Got a lot of overspeed.
Oh,
Big snap of
Oh my
oversteer as we go
God.
into the corner.
Why is Jake upside down?
And yeah, that pretty much helped us there actually, because Pookie getting past. Yeah, nothing to really worry about there. It probably, yeah, like I said, it probably helped us because a few people went deep. So us going deep as well made it like impossible for them to hit us. And even if we did get it through the corner, Pookie would still be going for the move on us here on the mediums. And now our plan is to just stick with him, which is easier said than done because he is obviously on a softer compounder tyre. And yeah, but now starting at 3, 6.5 tenths behind. It's looking likely that we're going to be able to actually keep the position, as Otis up behind 7 tenths back. So now it's basically push. I was praying that Istvan Pookie would use his battery, which he is absolutely doing, which is ideal. And now we're on slightly higher wings than Otis, so that we can have an advantage through the middle sector. Pookie on the medium tyres, so he's going to be quick regardless of his wings. And now this is just a mission to try and get Otis out of the DRS. You see at 8.5 tenths. It's just fluctuating around 8 to 9 tenths. Same with Pookie ahead. And now onto the end of lap 3, it's 9 tenths. We've burnt through all our battery. Pookie 6 tenths ahead, so we're going to need a mistake from Otis here if we're going to want to break the DRS into the first corner. We don't quite do it, but now through the first corner, we've got a really good rotation. Nailing the first sector there. Otis on 1.003. So did we get him out the DRS? I'm not quite sure. Either way, we are definitely getting a better slipstream than Otis right now. It's looking like we didn't quite get him. But as we skip on to the end of lap 5, sorry, he is now slightly out the DRS. So this is perfect. Now we need Pookie to start showing some pace, and basically it's going to be a pretty impossible race to lose if we do break away from Otis. So yeah, that is the plan, and we're going to do our best to do that. But obviously Otis being a very quick driver, and the ERS in this game, you can just burn pretty much and be back in the hunt of the train ahead, or in our case, the 2 cars ahead. But yeah, Otis now 1.1 behind, so pretty comfortably out the DRS. Well, I say comfortably, people are probably thinking that's very close, but in these races, that's actually quite a quite a big distance. End of lap 8 now. Pookie pits. Otis right in behind, 1.1 still. And yeah, into turn 1 we're going to stretch the gap a couple hundredths down that straight. And yeah, so far, so good. Nothing to really comment on. Pretty much flawless race at the moment. But yeah, on to lap 10 now. 1.4 is the gap. So at this point I wasn't really pushing. I was just saving the tyres. I was using the ERS for some pace rather than pushing the tyres. As you see, it's going pretty well. 1.8 now ahead of Otis. So yeah, and we're actually gapping Tomek Pradzik behind, 5 seconds now. So me and Otis are in a bit of a league of our own right now. So yeah, that is the main thing. Just keep pulling the gap while saving our tyres. And yeah, you see here, not really any slides, just keeping it nice.
This
and
is such a slow race, but
I say this is
I've
such
got
a slow
zero
race.
confidence in this.
I got zero
Right.
confidence because I didn't really much practice.
Probably
But
like 2 tenths a lap off. 3 tenths maybe.
I'm saying there 2-3 tenths a lap off probably at the moment, just to making sure I'm not doing any slides, keeping the car stable, keeping the tyre wear down, which is the main thing right now, because I don't have a clue when the rain's going to come. It literally could come at any point. So yeah, lap 12 now. 10 to 15 minutes for rain, as Jeff just said. So I definitely wasn't going to pit this lap, because Otis, if he wants to pit this lap, then he can, as he does. You see behind Otis Lawrence in the pit, and now basically this is just the time to push the tyres, because I've seen him pit. We got a 5.3 second gap to Tomek now, so yeah, now it's time to just get on with it. Push on this lap and hopefully not get undercutted into DRS from Otis. That would be ideal. But yeah, you see it burning all the way down to 0. I think Tomek's pushing as well, as he's getting on the straight one we were using. So yeah, I think the guys behind do have a similar idea by this point, but I was pretty confident actually at this point that Otis wouldn't get in my DRS. You see on the minimap, he's the Ferrari going into the first sector split now, so he is got some clear air to push however he wants. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. See where he comes out. We do need a good pit stop to make sure we do come out ahead of him. But also, I was kind of debating going on a bit longer, because if I do pit now and he does get back in the DRS, I've only got a 1 lap tyre advantage, and obviously you want to make that tyre advantage as big as possible. So by this point I'm thinking, do I pit? So yeah, looking back on it, as you're about to see, my decision, I actually do decide to pit now, and pray that I just get a good pit stop, good out lap, and he stays at DRS and we can pull away. Don't need to worry about tyres. Into the pit box, bit under the limit, and then we're going to go for the turn and we've completely missed it. That's just good. Well, I didn't miss it. There's basically a glitch in the game where sometimes your buttons don't actually work. So yeah, that is pretty much given Otis a free pass into our DRS. Oh, it's not even going to be in our DRS, he's going to be ahead of us. Otis has pulled a 2.8 second undercut as we're going to the end of this lap now. He's... yeah, that's a mega job from him there. Really good job from him to get that undercut done and dusted. And now we've really got a fight on our hands. We're up behind him. He is flashing. Istvan Pukki right ahead. But yeah, he has drawn himself back into this race really well, to be fair to him. And yeah, we're going to do our best to yeah, just basically catch back up to him in the simplest terms. As we're now actually catching lap traffic. Modesto Mena, the Spaniard, up first. You see Otis and Modesto burning the battery here. We're not going to use, we're just going to take full advantage of the slipstream, because I knew at the end of the straight is where it really comes into effect. We're going to go around the outside, leave a little bit of contact, leave a good room, and he comes and peels into the pits. So yeah, pretty good so far. Picked through that first bit of traffic without using. Otis now with economy has actually gone side by side, bit of contact. Otis is burning the battery now, so he's getting. I think he was getting a little bit desperate. Connor again, we're up the inside using about 3% to get that move done. Whereas Otis used, he used quite a bit. You see, he's still flashing, and we're gaining ERS while getting through the traffic. We're pretty much using Otis as like a bulldozer, pretty much. On to lap 19 now. Oh, that was close. Istvan Pookie pits. Otis and myself get a little bit caught up behind him. And yeah, it's looking pretty good for me right now. 50% in the battery. 3 laps to go now. And yeah, on to 21 now. Are we going to go for the move and try stretch our legs a little bit? Because this whole stint I was sat around 8 tenths behind Otis, literally just babysitting the tyres. There was no need to really push. This is the only lap where we're going to put a little bit of pace on. Yeah, try our best to maybe make a little gap. Otis was faster in straight lines, so we are at a little bit of a disadvantage, but we do have a lap fresher tyres. So now it's time to put the pace down. But as soon as we get into the lead, we miscalculate how much grip we really had. So yeah, now we've really got to get our foot down now. Again, just a bit of Otis has been a terrible, and running wide, getting our second warning now. So yeah, this has been a terrible start to the lap. Only under 4 attempts clear of Otis. We really need to be getting a hammer down now in this final part of the lap. So as we go into the S's, getting it turned in nicely, using a lot more of the track. Otis 6 attempts makes a little mistake. By this point, I watched back his stream, and yeah, he looked like he was feeling the pressure. Obviously, being in his first Tier 1 race, I do believe this is, and he's fighting for the win. So yeah, he's doing a really good job so far. 8 tenths back, 9 tenths back now. We're looking, as long as we get a good entry mid corner, pretty nicely out the corner. Otis makes another mistake, so we got 1.4 seconds to him, 1.3 seconds to him now, and now it's looking pretty set. As long as we just keep it on the track, this should be good for a win. 1.4 now.
What's happened to him?
As I said, what happened to him? His tyres were falling off. I think he felt a little bit of the pressure. Obviously, he's never really been in this situation coming from Xbox. He was just dominating everything. So yeah, now we're not going to stop pushing here though. We got to keep gaining, keep putting the gap up. Obviously, not take too much risk because we are on 2 warnings. So about 90-95% pace here, because obviously you do want to just keep pushing to the end. So yeah, into Brochelle's, out, and then into No Name. Not really leaving too much on top, yeah, I've completely fumbled the bag there, but not really leaving too much out there. Pushing the limits, doing our best to extend the gap as much as possible while keeping it in within track limits. But now for the final time, it's looking like Alvaro Carreton actually retired from the race. So as long as we keep it on the track, we are going to be taking the lead in the championship here, from 23 points behind to leading by 2 points. That is like the perfect race pretty much, except not getting fast a lap, but yeah, you can't get it all. It's been a pretty perfect lap. It's raining. So yeah, it was pretty near enough perfect execution on the race. We do win. Otis Lawrence coming home in P2, good race from him, GG. Thomas Ronha recovering to P3. You see here, yeah, just overall pretty solid race. There's areas that I definitely still need to improve on, looking back on it. But yeah, that all obviously comes with time and experience. So yeah, but once again, I do appreciate everyone watching. I hope you enjoyed. We are in the championship hunt for PSGL and WOR now. So yeah, hopefully we can get some good races, get maybe a title. And yeah, appreciate everyone watching. See you in the next one. Cheers.